Hey there, Internet. It's Tyler at Angry Bird again. It's New Year's. It's 2 a.m. and we just had a little bit of an over celebration in the neighborhood where somebody's lighting off fireworks and car alarms are going off and dogs are barking, going nuts and everything. And it's just a little excessive, man. If you can buy fireworks and you're gonna light them off and everything, I want you to have fun. I think everybody should have a good time. But there's a level of firework, when you're lighting them off in a neighborhood and then all the car alarms are going off. It might be a bit much for the neighborhood you're in. Just saying. Just saying. But this video is going to be strictly about tariffs. All right. And the reason why I'm bringing up tariffs is because the situation is pretty much as straightforward economic 101 as it can get. And this is what pisses me off about marketing versus the reality. All right. So the reality of it is our corporations, USA, don't like paying USA American employees because we demand a lot. We demand benefits. We demand to be treated fair. We want reasonable working hours and we want a lot of say in what happens throughout our day, right? We are a very finicky workforce, and for good reason, right? We grew up in a society where wants and needs were, not too much. Well, I shouldn't say that, not too much. We grew up in a society where overall we had more resources than we had needs for, right? So we grew up in excess. At any rate, during this after World War II manufacturing boom, when the rest of the world was wrecked, the U.S. had some of the most explosive middle class growth there ever was in the world. This was when our poverty rates just plummeted and we grew the largest middle class, the fastest rate, largest middle class the world's ever seen. And those times were glorious for the middle class because a 40-hour work week became a thing, vacation became a thing, pensions became a thing, Social Security and it became a thing. So many programs came and stemmed out of this economic boom time that we had and this manufacturing boom time that we had. And you can decipher why and how and what occurred to make that happen. But the facts are that we had a manufacturing boom after World War II, and we had a middle class that grew ridiculously crazy, and we manufactured a large amount of the world products. Okay, so this is about tariffs, not about World War II, manufacturing, all that other stuff. But this is the point. The point is that they don't want to pay American wages, so they took jobs from us Americans that were middle class jobs that had benefits and health care and retirement plans, and because we manufactured all these goods and we sold them everywhere. But the companies that paid American benefits paid the unions. Unions, you can we can go off a different subject about the corruption within those. Um, I'm a pro union guy. You're not going to get me to say labor should not be represented ever. But there are limits, and there's corruption at every level of everything to a limit within the means that people are able to do it within, right? So that's the checks and balance systems that we try to build. So when there is corruption, we can weed it out and fix it. To say there would never be corruption is it's just stupid. Nobody, human nature, people try to cheat. It's just trying to get ahead, get an advantage. People do that all the time. Sometimes just working harder, and then sometimes it's taking advantage. So tariffs, right? If you take a product that we sell and manufacture ourselves and sell here in the U.S., and we're trying to protect those jobs that our company has, what we should do is tariff any product that competes against that product. that's coming in overseas to make our product and their product competitive in price, because it's not our fault that their country has no standards on how they build their product. Doesn't have an EPA, doesn't have benefits there for their. That's that issue over there. So to protect our jobs, we tariff their products so we don't lose our jobs. You know, so at least domestically, we're buying our own stuff. A tariff protects American jobs when it's used for that reason. So if you're like me, you kind of know some of the manufacturing, trends. You've been reading economic reports. You've kind of tracked data of how all these places that build things keep shipping them somewhere else to build somewhere else, so it can be done for less, and so they can avoid the American labor um, group, basically. I mean, think about it. Why they keep building plants somewhere else? Why they build them here? They do build them here, but not at the level. You hear about the ones that they built here because it will make news, right? Oh, they're building a new plant. Look, guys, we're making jobs. Everyone wants to take claim, right? They all line up for claim. I did it. It was me. I made the jobs. It's all facade. The jobs are everywhere else, man. They're building them everywhere else. They built us into an economy to buy their stuff, not to build it. So a tariff now with something that our own companies make, but decided not to make here, to make somewhere else, it increases all of those costs. Every single thing that comes from one of those countries is going to get dinged and go up in price, and we're going to pay it. Now, if there was an American version of the same product, then we would level the playing field for the American team, and it would be making America great, like their slogan, because it would be protecting the middle class of America. But that's not how they're using it. So a tariff right now on Canada, with how much oil do we get from them? Most of our oil that we import, I know we make a lot of oil, man, but we still import oil. We have to, we have to, and the bottom line is it comes from Canada. So imagine tariffing that. Okay, what about all the cars that get made in Mexico now? Tariff all those. Imagine how much cost cars and stuff are going to go up. If you think stuff is costly now, take every food item that comes from Mexico and add 25%. Who can afford that? So this idea that tariffs are going to do anything but hurt everyday people, anything but hurt them, is a lie. It's going to hurt everyday people. It will only work in those industries where we manufacture it all here. That's it. Everyone else has to pay now. That's how a tariff works. Tariff is designed to tax an import on the person buying it. Tax that so that when they buy it, they have to pay more for it, so that the product made at home can compete. What do we make at home anymore, guys? Y'all need to wake the hell up, man. Seriously. A tariff is a bitch slap to every single person in the USA in the bottom 90%. It is a bitch slap to you because you spend all your money. I'll pull up statistics. I'll throw down something in the links or something like that to show you guys where it comes from. But the bottom line is, so many of us live paycheck to paycheck. There's statistics out there of how many people can't survive a $500 bill, man, surprise bill. How many people are bitching about groceries right now? and you're going to tariff them. And at the same time, read what they're trying to do. They're going to tariff the 90% of us that are struggling, that are all bitching, that all want change, that all voted for change. They got the change candidate, man, that they voted for. And the change they're going to get is a slap in the face, and the rich are going to get another tax break. Nothing says F you like that than these tariffs will. And if you think capping what 90% of the economy can spend by taxing that 90% in the manner that they're going to do it isn't going to kill the economy, you're being naive. Furthermore, removing 11 million workers. Now, these are workers, man. These people aren't coming here grifting. They're not coming here milking the system. These are coming here and they're working. They're out there participating. And you want to remove them from the labor force? There's stats out there from, I think it was Bloomberg. Again, I don't know how reliable it is. I would have to really go into the numbers. But the GDP loss from that alone is something like 8%, 9%. I think it was like 8.9 on the paper. Can you imagine? We're sitting here talking about the economy as the number one thing. Everyone's worried about the economy. Everybody's worried about their share of it, actually, right? Everybody that voted that's pissed is pissed because their share got less. And they're out there going after Social Security. They're out there tariffing the poor. And they're out there giving their cronies a tax break. And you're all cheering. The manipulation really pisses me off, man. I love y'all. Wake up, man. Being manipulated. The tariff ain't helping nobody. And it is a transfer of tax. They're giving themselves a break and they're funneling it down to the poorest. The guys that use all their money, every paycheck, every time, spend it all, they're going to get taxed on all that money they spend now because of those damn tariffs. I ain't for that shit. Are you? Love y'all. Take it easy.